all want to change the world. I do my part by always returning shopping carts. Our first guests do a science thing, but together, it all adds up.
Science isn't always a walk in the park, but sometimes it literally is. To learn more about the science and engineering of a park like this, today I'm meeting Deborah Bilitski, who runs Louisville, Kentucky's Waterfront Park.
The most surprising thing that I have learned in this position is just how important it is to have a space where the community can connect with nature and connect with each other. It is critically important for our physical, mental, and emotional well-being to be able to access green spaces like this.
Louisville's Waterfront Park sits between downtown and the banks of the Ohio River. Once a partially abandoned industrial area, decades of work and planning have turned it into a lush 35-acre space for the local community. One key feature is the expansive Great Lawn, sponsored by the TurfMutt Foundation, who also sponsored this segment. Today, Deborah is going to show me some of the science and engineering that allow Waterfront Park to withstand surprise floodwaters from the Ohio River. So what do you do about the flooding?
When the water comes up, we let it come up. There's no way to stop it. This river is big and she is mighty.
Wow.
We've created this amazing space here in the park for the water to go, so it's not impacting the surrounding properties.
What did it used to look like?
It was full of scrap yards and junk yards, asphalt terminals, and oil refineries.
So when the water would flood and rise up, it was pulling all of those chemicals from that wasteland into the river.
That's exactly right.
Oh my goodness. How did the team go about designing this new space?
We have constructed this space over the Ohio River. It was built on piles so that the river can flow underneath it. It is built on a grade so that you can open up these amazing views and also create a space for the floodwaters to go. We compose the soil so that it can withstand the heavy flooding. And then when the floodwater recedes, we go about the process of cleaning it up. And within a matter of a few weeks, it returned right back to normal because of the way we've engineered the soil.
Deb wants to show me exactly what makes the soil here so special. So she set up an experiment. Once we have our gloves on, we're ready to dig into the science.
What we have in my bucket here is a clay-like soil, which is very typical of what you would see around this area. And then what we have in your bucket is a very specifically engineered soil that we use right here at the TurfMutt Great Lawn that is 90% sand and 10% peat.
And what do we have in this center bucket?
We have some gravel in this bucket because we want to use it to show you what is underneath all of this soil on the Great Lawn that supports its structure. And I'm going to show you exactly what happens when it floods and how it affects our soil.
We start the experiment by putting a few scoops of our gravel at the bottom of our test tubes.
I think it looks good. All right.
Once we're sure they're at about the same height, we add in our dirt. Sometimes science makes a little bit of a mess, but all in the pursuit of knowledge, right?
Well, I say even as adults, it's fun to play in the dirt.
With our test tubes filled, we're ready to pour in water and see how quickly it drains out of small holes at the bottom. Yours is pretty much
Mine
still
isn't moving.
It only takes moments to see the difference between the two soils. So it's really just sitting on top, really taking its time, and the water over here, it's almost done going down.
It's almost empty.
And there it goes! Look at that!
There it goes. And my water's still sitting on the top. Clay actually attracts water, which causes it to swell and makes it very difficult for water to pass through, whereas sand is much more granular and it makes it much more permeable to water. Because of the specially engineered soil that we've used, which is so permeable, it's going to slope right down the Great Lawn, just like it's sloping down this table and right into the river where it belongs.
So we can really see the exact process that is happening underneath our feet.
That's right.
And the soil here isn't the only piece of Waterfront Park shaped by science. The grass itself is a mix of species optimized for an environment that hosts concerts, races, and festivals for roughly 2.4 million people each year. Wide paths are graded and curved for maximum accessibility, and a 130-year-old railway bridge was re-engineered to serve pedestrians connecting Kentucky and Indiana across the Ohio River. Thank you so much, Deborah, for an incredible day. It was so interesting learning about the science behind urban green spaces. But before I go, I do have one more question for you.
What's that?
Can we go walk over to Indiana for some lunch?
Let's go. Let's go take a walk.
If you're watching this, you must have really liked the video. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and check out these other videos that are even better. No, really. I've seen this one over 100 times.